It's that time again, guys. What is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 57. We already have 10 people in here. Crazy that you guys are always waiting for us before we start. I very much appreciate that. Taking the time out of your day to get ready for the stream. We're going to have a fun one tonight, guys. A lot of great stuff this week. I should say a lot of quality stuff this week. Got Cad Bane we're going to talk about, guys. Very excited to talk about the Cad Bane. He looks pretty awesome.
Didn't Mr. C points up his unboxing already?
Yes, he did. MRC did put up his unboxing, and we're definitely going to take a look at that because, as always, MRC, shout out to you, dude. We appreciate you getting those out fast. Always in perfect timing for our Thursday stream. So definitely going to take a look at that unboxing. He looks really good. I have not watched the unboxing yet, but I know it's going to be awesome because it's from MRC. So, but of course, as always, guys, I'm going to introduce our great panel tonight. We're going to have some more panel members joining us in a little bit. Starting off, though, of course, we have Sean, the Hot Toys Nightmare, with us. Sean, as always, thank you so much for being here. I very much appreciate it. And it is great to have you here, as always. Oh, thank you, dude. Yeah, we appreciate your presence here, Sean. And then, of course, as always, the Midnight Collector, a.k.a. legendary Lane Kramer, is here. Thank you so much for being here, Lane. We very much appreciate you hanging out with us tonight and talking some great stuff tonight. So thank you so much for being
here. It's not stopping. If we were bored, 3 months ago, we're like, oh, my God, we're bored. What do we talk about? Now it's just like, can we not make the stream like 3 hours long, please? Like, what can we fit everything?
And look at that, just in time, as I just introduced Lane, we have Chris, the Collecting Madness. Now, Chris, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing a belt. So are we ready to go, dude? Or about to give you a minute? Like, where's the belt, man?
Oh, dude, I can do his introduction.
We can't take the glory from him. Like you said, you're going to keep going smaller. Is there like a Lego belt on your desk somewhere that I'm missing out on, or what's going on, dude? Because if
I ain't got nothing smaller than what I have.
If Big Dog Pound comes in, man, well, you know what? Maybe we'll wait till Big Dog Pound comes.
That's what
I
was going to say.
We'll wait till he gets in. But as always, thank you so much for being here, Chris. Awesome that you made it just on time, and we're excited to talk about some cool stuff tonight. So great to have you here as always,
everybody.
Absolutely.
I can't see right now. I'm not in, but how many are here?
We've got 20 watching already. We're only a few minutes in. We already got 20. Actually, 2 minutes in. We're already 2 minutes in. We got 19 watching. You guys are awesome.
All right. So, because I kind of want to do it a little bit later. I know we butched it last week. At least I did as far as explaining it for this. So we're going to redo it. And
we can do it live at the end of the stream, and then,
just keep it chat based, and whoever I'll just write down, and then I'll do a random.
We'll do this. How about this? Or what we could do is say the first person to type this, and then whoever types it, they get it. How about that? That'll make it easy on us, and it'll make it a fun little competition. So we're gonna do that, guys.
Well, then I feel bad for the dude that commented.
Well, it's up to you what you want to do, because guys, we said last stream, comment on the video. We only got one person that commented, so it's up to you what you want to do, Chris. It's your gift. Decide before the end of the stream. How about that? But let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. We got a riddle here from Matt. We'll read his riddle to you. Payton23, one of our great moderators, is in the chat. He says, "Hello, everyone. What's up, Payton? Always awesome to have you here, bro. Great to see you in the chat." Another one of our great moderators, Matt, is here. Matt has a riddle for us. Matt says, "Hello," and this is the riddle. He says, "The less of them you have, the more one is worth.
One ring to rule them all.
We're 5 little items of an everyday sort. You'll find us all in a tennis court." And then finally, if you look at the numbers on my face, you won't find 13 any place. I'm wondering if Matt has a carpet scraper in his hand right now. Like, we're going into the Matt Reeves Batman universe, and Matt is our Riddler there. So there you go, guys. There's your riddles. Throw your answers in the chat. Why not? I think it'll be fun. I always got to give him a shout out. Jeremy's always joking with me. We got Jeremy from Plastic Hero Collectibles. I've been sending Jeremy on a wild goose hunt over the last few weeks, trying to find me all this stuff. I've been sending him to find me all these Disney figures. You guys know I'm going for the Disney stuff. So, guys, there's a link in the description to Jeremy's group. If you're looking for hard to find stuff or new pre-orders, Jeremy is your guy. He helps me out a lot. So definitely check out Jeremy from Plastic Hero Collectibles. Great to have you here as always, by the way, dude. I know you're watching me. He always sends me a picture of him watching me on his big screen TV. I'm like, man, it makes me feel good seeing you on that 70-inch, We have Ty here. Ty says, "Hello, good vibes." What's up, Ty? I hope you're doing well. Always awesome to have you here. Great to see you in the chat. Let's see. Sorry, I'm scrolling up, guys. We have CSI in the chat. CSI says, "What's up, everyone? What's up, CSI? Great to have you here, man. Very excited to hear your thoughts on Cad Bane. Very curious to hear what you have to say about that." Matt says Cad Bane looks great. Yes, he does. Cad Bane looks awesome, and I can't wait to take a look at that review from MRC. Facebook user is here, so I guess you're watching from Facebook. Facebook user, just to let you know, there are instructions if you would like to show your name. Follow those in the description of the stream. If not, awesome to have you here regardless. We have Mike in the chat. What's up, Mike? Mike, I hope you're doing well, bro. Great to have you here, and I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on some of this stuff tonight because I know you're probably interested in some of this stuff we're going to talk about for sure. So great to have you here, man. Sluggin16 says, "Good evening, Connor and Sean and fellow collectors." Good evening, Sluggin16, bro. Great to have you here, man. Always awesome to have you here. KTHW is here. KTH says, "Happy Thursday, everybody." Yes, happy Thursday, the best day of the week because we get to hang out with you all. Always awesome to have you here, KTH. Can't wait to hear your thoughts and everything. Joe P says tick-tock clock. We're trying to guess this riddle here, man. Matt's coming in with some riddles. Matt, maybe you'll have to do this every week. I'll have to have riddles prepared for us. Good evening, Carlito. Always great to see you here, bro. Great to have you here on the live stream. I know recently you've been really busy, so I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. Ty says, "Doing good. Thanks, Connor. Happy to be here and enjoy the stream. Hope you're doing good." I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for that. I very much appreciate it. And I hope you're doing well. Toy Mafia, I feel like you are Lane's #1 fan. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm so glad to hear that you're here for Lane because I know Lane's got a lot of fans out there. So thank you so much for being here.
It's tough being the heart. It's tough being the heartthrob of collecting.
You're the heartbreak kid, man.
Like hopefully not as much of apparently a numbskull that 1996-97 Shawn Michaels was.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. But what's up, by the way, Toy Mafia? Always awesome to have you. Eclectic Collector, what's up, Eclectic Collector? Hope you're doing well. Great to have you here, man. Really excited to hear your thoughts on everything tonight. My boy FBJ is here. FBJ says, "Hello, everyone. Looking forward to tonight's show." Me too. Really excited to talk about this stuff, especially Cad Bane. You know, I'm a Star Wars fan at heart. That's my bread and butter. So to see Cad Bane released was very exciting for me. So I can't wait to talk about it. And of course, later in the stream, if you guys haven't seen the rumors for the next releases, I'll bring that up and we'll see what happens. Rumors are rumors, but we'll bring it up later, of course. But let's get right into it, guys.
Of 1/6 scale Wall of Doom continue.
It never ends. It never ends, does it? It never ends, Lane. They're just nonstop. I'm just getting like the invoices. This is off the racks, just left, right, and then Sideshow's like, "I got one for you." You know what I mean? So, Ghostbusters Plus Collector is here. What's up, Ghostbusters? He says, "Hey, hello, fellas." Can't read. Hope all is well. What's up, dude? Everything's going good, man. It's always great to have you here. Great to see you in the chat. We got Trevor, the 1/6 shooter, in here. What's up, Trevor? Great to see you, man. He says Lane is in all the chats and stream. Yeah, so Lane's got like a 3 triple monitor setup, and he's got the chats here, and then he's got our stream in the middle. So he's prepared for sure. But great to have you here as always, man. But we're gonna get right into it, guys. We're gonna talk about Cad Bane. We're gonna start it off with Cad Bane. Definitely, guys, a really exciting announcement. Should I put us on I'm going to put us on the left today. Let me zoom in a little bit, though. We can get a little bit closer up on this head sculpt here in this first photo. I'm very excited for this for many reasons, guys. If you're a Clone Wars fan, I know this is a Book of Boba Fett release. And, of course, we do have Sideshow. Sideshow is giving us an animated Cad Bane, which I think is probably the best-looking one of the group. But this is our live-action Cad Bane here. And for me, guys, I know a lot of people were hit or miss on this show, but I think regardless, if you're a Clone Wars fan, you were excited for this one because how long have we been asking for a Cad Bane from Hot Toys? For the longest time in 6-scale form, at least in an officially licensed capacity, all we had was that Denal disguised Cad Bane from Sideshow years ago. So when this one was announced, I remember our excitement for this, and I've definitely held on to that excitement. This is a really cool figure. And the biggest benefit that I think this figure has is that cloth material on that duster. That's a huge plus for me. Obviously, guys, there are deterioration issues when it comes to pleather. We know that. We know Hot Toys is definitely trying to do better. And this is a great sign. This looks like a fully cloth coat. Very little pleather on this figure apart from this area here. So that's definitely really exciting. But overall, guys, I'm really happy with what I see here. Lately, Hot Toys really has been on fire. We talked about Moon Knight. We talked about Fennec. We talked about Casca. this is another one, guys. Obviously, I don't have it in hand yet, but I think they deliver from what I could see here. Very close to the prototype once again. They've been doing really good lately. What you say, you love the blasters? Yeah, he's got very unique blasters, and I think out of all the characters in Star Wars, you know, Mando has that very much has that Western feel. Cad Bane really brought that Western feel to Star Wars the most, in my opinion, and I think he's got an overall really cool package because you could see these are basically those 6-shooter Western revolvers that we know and love from all the old Western films, but in Star Wars form, you know. So it's definitely really cool. And you guys know Cad Bane is the ultimate badass. I mean, he took on Obi-Wan Kenobi and put up a really good fight. You really can't go wrong with this character. He's such a well-done, well-written character. And then, guys, if you got the deluxe, we got Toto, which is, of course, really exciting as well because this is a Book of Boba Fett release, and they surprised us with a little Clone Wars nod and gave us the Toto. So this is definitely ticking all the boxes for me. I think this is absolutely incredible. We have that open mouth sculpt here, which you guys know often does not work. It doesn't matter what company it comes from. The open mouth is a very hit or miss because it's very easy to mess up. However, I think it works for this character, especially with those serrated teeth that Cad Bane has. Dude, I think this looks awesome. I really do. I think they did a great job on this. I'm really excited to get this in hand. Out of all the recent releases, this is up there for me for the most excitement in terms of getting it in hand as soon as possible. But yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. And not only that, we got a removable hat, which often gets overlooked. Even with the new Indiana Jones figure, no removable hat, but don't worry, Cad Bane does because he has that damage on his head with that metal plate. So very important for this one. But Sean, moving on, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this this Cad Bane from Hot Toys after seeing this final product? And for you, I should ask, how many are you getting?
So I ordered the regular and deluxe. I'm really surprised that this actually was released before Boba Fett, because Boba Fett doesn't have a head sculpt from Book of Boba Fett, the 1/6 scale version.
Yeah, which is very
I'm really
weird.
surprised this came out first. But they did a good job. All the 3 total face plates that you have the options for, the stitching and the clothing look great as well. I'm interested to see how in person, how posable it actually really is. Because I'm going to put one with my Clone Wars collection and one with my Book of Boba Fett display. But I'm loving the idea how I can actually move the hands up and touch his hat, how he used to tip his hat in the cartoon. And
very iconic for sure.
You know, I want to do that. And the face plates, I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but I'm glad that I have the option of choosing basically 3 different versions. So then also having Toto and being able to, you know, put the thrusters on.
Dude, so cool, man. So cool. And it's the Toto, Sean, was a very no problem. The Toto, we'll move on to Lane, but the Toto is definitely a really exciting accessory because once again, for a lot of us, we were caught off guard for that because, you know, this is a Book of Boba Fett announcement. So very excited for that Toto. Definitely a dream come true for sure. A couple comments before we move on to Lane. Everyone's mentioning the Sideshow one. Yeah, it has not gone up for pre-order yet. I do personally think that they probably will put it up for pre-order. I will say it seems like Sideshow is also behind with their manufacturing. I know my my Blondie from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I've had that paid off from Sideshow for like a month now, and it hasn't shipped. So I think they're behind on some things. So maybe once they get that stuff sorted out, all the other outbound figures sorted out, maybe they'll put out that pre-order. But I do think they're going to do it. I think for the most part, Sideshow is pretty on point with, hey, we announced this. We're going to put it up for pre-order eventually. So I have some faith in it. And Mike said the same thing. He said, is Sideshow giving us a Bane? I don't think anything besides the Yoda is selling. I think you're probably right about that. So I wonder if they might pull it. Is that a possibility? I return my Annie and Kenobi, but Bane does look great. And it absolutely is a possibility. You know, I mean, and we see it often from Hot Toys, especially. Often they will put stuff up, announce it. Well, not fully announce, I should say tease it. They'll tease stuff and then nothing ever happens with it. And then they go into that coming soon graveyard. So it certainly could happen. I would say if you want a Cad Bane, don't put all your cards into that Sideshow one because you never know. You have a great Cad Bane right here. I know it's a live action adaptation, and unless you're totally against this, if you think this looks pretty good, I would say this is a fair bet because you don't know, anything could happen with the sideshow one.
You were surprised when we got Bane. I remember
exactly.
People were like, Cad Bane, really? Because they don't do aliens very much even.
Right. So this is very much like a blessing announcement, as we call it, a very surprising announcement. And since Sean is back, I don't think he was going to be back so quick. Sean, if you want to close out your thoughts, I know you were talking about Toto before you had to step away for a second.
Sorry, my daughters were leaving. So
no problem.
But looking at everything, I'm pretty sure though that the belt and the holster are pleather.
I believe so.
Leather.
I believe so. Yes.
So I'd be cautious with pulling the two pistols out over and over again. And then head articulation is going to be limited because of the hoses and the back piece. And then there's a little antenna that goes on to the rebreather pack that's on them. So just be careful with that when you put it in, because I could see that breaking very
absolutely.
easily.
Absolutely.
But on like personal observation on it, Sideshow, like if they still have the license to the 1/6 scale, they should have just brought their Clone Wars back when all this stuff was happening. Because we've been waiting for this. So many people would have ordered the Cad Bane, the Dean Aldis guys one.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Yeah.
There's like Sideshow's missing so many opportunities right now with bringing back their Clone Wars line. And people are saying they still have the license, but other than the animated looking they've done, I don't think there's really another anything for them to have. But if they really do have it and the rumors are true, what are they waiting for?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question because, lately they have been pumping out a lot of 6 scale figures. Clint Eastwood alone, they've done what? 4 figures? So, five. Five. Two Dirty Harrys.
The Man with No Name, the Preacher. From, I forget the movie's name. Josie Wales is up for pre-order too.
Yeah.
So that's four figures of just Clint Eastwood in 18 months?
I feel like less than
that. Has it been 2 years?
I feel like it's been less than that, right?
Yeah, less than that.
I think they released them within a year. I could be wrong, but I felt like they came out quick. But yeah, they're still pumping out 6 scale figures, and I feel like there's probably more horror stuff on the horizon. So they certainly could go back and take a look at the clones and stuff like that, and push out some more figures. I hope they don't give up on this animated line. I know that it's been a little bumpy, but I feel like they could definitely improve, and they could start with that Cad Bane because it did look like the best of the bunch for sure. And I've heard the Yoda's pretty decent as well. So, but yeah. Moving on though, I guess we'll move on to Lane, Sean, unless you had any additional comments.
Toto's articulated, and I was really surprised about that.
Yeah, and I haven't watched, admittedly, again, I haven't watched this video, but seeing it here, it does look a little brittle, so be very careful. But he looks awesome, man. The weathering is pretty spot on for where you would expect weathering to be in the chin area on the side of his head and on his main body. I think it looks really good. And again, this is definitely a really exciting announcement. I feel like you got to have him with the thrusters, right? It just looks so cool, and it's just so typical of the character because he's always calling Toto with his little wrist gauntlet, and I think it's definitely got to be something that you do. You display them with the thrusters, and seeing these head sculpts in the video, man, they look really good. Despite it being just a blue face, I think there's a lot of depth to that paint. I think it looks really good, and it looks like these pop off just like any of the other Hot Toys faceplates. But yeah, I guess we'll move on to Lane because Lane, I know you're dying to talk about Cad Bane. What are your thoughts, man? Especially after we got this great video from MRC.
It looks cool, man. He looks nice, and he's big. He's pretty tall. He's skinnier, but he's like 14 inches or so. I think 13 inches.
Yeah, he's a tall character. You could see him also to put it in perspective with Boba Fett in that fight with Boba Fett. You could see he was considerably taller than him.
Yeah, I know a lot of people wanted the bigger animated hat you know, because obviously it was like silly oversized.
Right.
But I think it fits fine for this because I mean this is a realistic interpretation of the character.
Right.
I think that like his outfit looks great. I think they translated from book. I mean, may have been a little easier because he was pretty much mostly like a lot of him was CGI, you know, all the alien effects stuff and everything was a lot of CGI, along with the guy who was actually there wearing some of the outfit. You know, I think this is a cool figure. I don't know if he's an absolute necessity, even if you're collecting Book of Boba Fett, because he was not in the show. He was not in the show very much.
Yeah.
But that's because he was a lot of CGI too. So that's the one limitation sometimes, you know, some of the characters.
Right, because you know that CGI that costs money. That costs a lot of money. So
well, you know, that's like for Ahsoka, we're wondering if some of the I forget what the guy's name is who had a cameo in season 3 of Mandalorian, who was from Rebels, who was one of the main characters, the alien, who was all CGI.
Oh, Zeb. Yeah, Zeb.
Yeah, I don't know why I was right. Will we see him much maybe in the show because he's an all CGI character where everybody else is going to be, you know, practical.
Yeah.
I think this figure though is an absolute like. It's harder to say. Is he like as masterful as say like the Fennec facial sculpt or something because you know that's a human face for her where he's an alien, but I think that as long as he can pose at least a little bit, he's definitely worth picking up. The good thing, I love this guy for his deluxe versus regular version. I think you can pick either version up depending on what you know the character more for. So if you only know him for Book of Boba, then the regular edition is all you need because you're not going to know the droid isn't there. You don't know anything about it whatsoever. And we never see him use the jump jets and stuff like that. So you can do without that. So I think even though there's only a $20 difference, this is one of the times. This is not like Bespin Loot, where I said there were $60 difference, and there's no way
it's a very small price difference, and you get a second figure. But I do like your point, Lane. And by the way, also Lane, I'm sure you're excited for this: the return of everyone's favorite sand base with the footprints. But I do like your point about it. Really depends on where you know the character from, because you know some people they saw that Toto, and if they've never seen the Clone Wars, they're like, "Who the hell is that?" But if you're a fan of the Clone Wars, obviously you're like that extra small price difference. Or even
saw him in
that's coming home.
Bad Batch, you know,
or in Bad Batch, yeah, for sure. Bad Batch.
If you know the animated version leading to this version, then I think the deluxe is an app. Like I can't think of why you wouldn't buy the deluxe version of it. Yeah. But if you only know him for Book of Boba Fett, thought he was cool. Like if your primary thing is to put him in a showdown pose with like Cad Bane when he comes out or something, or regular Boba. You can buy the deluxe if you want, but I don't think there's a need necessarily to drive where you don't have to worry about it. You can save some of the money and get the other one because, you know, that's a pre-order basically for another hot toy.
Right.
I mean, there isn't too much rust. I think the facial sculpts look great. I am considering getting him, but if I get him, I'm going to get the regular edition because I can still find that one. Because he is waitlisted on Sideshow. That's not all places, but one last thing, then we'll switch it over so Chris can do his discussion. I will mention to anybody in chat, I did see, at least as of yesterday, if you are looking for this Book of Boba line, the KX Enforcer droid, I did see Big Bad Toy Store had it in stock.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, so I don't know if it's still there, but take a look.
But I just wanted to mention, since we're talking about this line right here, and it's part of that if you are, we're considering, because he's waitlisted out a lot of other places, if you're looking for that droid, you might want to check that out. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that real quick.
For sure. No, it's great. Appreciate you for letting everybody know because, you know, some people might be looking for that. Before we move on to Chris, I'll address a couple comments. Mike says, what frustrates me about this design is that it's not a translation from animation. We see Duros in A New Hope and they don't look like this, just as messed up as Pal-1 with the Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, so the thing is, you guys know, a lot of times with live action, we don't always get what we want. Sometimes we get what we get. Me personally, I don't hate how he looks, but I know a lot of people are right there with your realm of thinking, Mike, that they kind of shit the bed, if you will, with this design. Overall, I still think he looks pretty cool. I think my biggest disappointment is the size of the hat. I think they should have stayed consistent with that, and I would have been a little bit happier. But I'm not complaining about what we were given. You know, I think Hot Toys did a great job with what we have here, so I'm not complaining at all. But great points for sure. TX says, I love all these accessories that Hot Toy has been giving us to satisfy our prequel and Clone Wars hunger. And yes, it's absolutely awesome. Once again, this was a very surprising announcement because of that Toto accessory being included, because obviously we never saw Toto on screen in the Book of Boba Fett. So a lot of us were really excited about that. And I'm definitely very excited for it as well. And I knew why Chris turned his camera off, because there's somebody here in the chat. We're going to say what's up to everybody who just popped in. But Big Dog Pound, I told him, you know, you don't have to do your intro when you first come in, but when Big Dog Pound shows up, you better be ready. So, Big Dog Pound, here we go. Let's pull him up on screen here. He's muted, Chris. Come on. We got on there. There we go. He always messed it up. We're good.
It's too much energy. It silenced me, but we can't be silenced over here. I had to pull out the big dog belt himself. You know, Roman Reigns, big dog for the Big Dog Pound. All right. Welcome, everybody. I know we've getting started, but we are just getting started. You feel me? Let's go. Tonight we talking about Cad Bane. Woo!
Love it. There you go, Big Dog Pound. We never miss a beat, man. We always got to give you that big intro. So thank you so much for being here, Big Dog Pound. It's always great to have you here.
It's too bad the big dog, the tribal chief, is about to get Jey Uso and Jey Uso at SummerSlam.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess I'm not a big wrestling person, but you know, anyone is a fan. I hope that works out in your favor. Some Guy is here, by the way. Thank you so much, guys. And as always, all of the links being dropped in the chat by Some Guy. Definitely check them out. Links to everybody's channels and the Hot Toys Hotline Facebook group is popping off over there. Just saying, guys. I know I've been a little bit slacking on the giveaways, but I'm going to be doing some giveaways over there. And we actually do have. I just got it in. A giveaway from Violet and Ash Chase. We're going to be doing a giveaway on the channel, courtesy of them soon. Something really cool. So I'm excited to do that. Once we get all the details worked out, I will let you guys know. But something really cool being given away on the channel. And KTHW says, off topic, but 1/6 kit has the WB100 Wonder Woman. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, check out 1/6 kit. There's a link in the description. Also, there's a discount code Hotline. Save yourself $10 if you haven't ordered from them before and use that code. But yeah, if you guys want to spend that pretty penny, you can get the WB100 Wonder Woman. Boba Fettuccine is here. What's up, Boba? Hope you're doing well, man. Great to see you here. Always awesome to have you here. The Fettuccine. Always awesome to have you here, my friend. And Matt says the tailoring is incredible. Yeah, dude. I mean, not only that, but the posability looks pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. This is looking really good. Overall, I think he looked pretty fantastic. Let's see. And I see Mary Sullivan in the chat. How you doing, Mary? I hope you're doing well. And then Eric is here. Eric, I think I missed a comment from you earlier. I meant to read it. Feel free to repost it. And Commander Agree says, HG says, sorry I've been missing your streams lately. That's okay, HG. I appreciate you being here. No worries. I know we took off a couple times recently. It's the summer, guys. The schedules get rough. But no worries, dude. It's great to have you here as always. My friend David is here. David says, hell yes. What's up, David? Great to see you here, man. I know David's been busy as well. So David's making his return. Carlito's making his return. HG is here. It's great to have you guys here as always. But finally, talking about Cad Bane, I want to hear Chris's thoughts. And Chris, I'm truly not sure if this is one you're picking up. So I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this one. Let's hear your thoughts on Cad Bane here. And as we see him in this fantastic video from MRC.
Yeah, I think Cad Bud.
Here's our bud, Cad Bud.
I think Cad Bane looks pretty good. I will not be picking him up. I have no use for him in the collection for what I'm collecting. You know, I'm a stickler for this stuff. I pick and choose. I'm very picky about what I put in here, but no, I think the tailoring's good. I think Hot Toys has just been on point as far as that. The sculpt looks fine to me. It matches what we saw in the live TV show. The only thing I will say that I noticed I don't like, and you pointed out, is that little print that they put on the clear base or whatever. I think that goes to Toto, right?
Yikes.
They did it for R2 too. Like it absolutely, it's an eyesore. If you're going to do a transparent base,
leave it off.
Yeah, or put it on the bottom of the figure of the foot. But the thing is, they do it on both on both things. So I don't know if they have to for a license thing or what, but yeah, that part's kind of annoying. And other than that, I think Toto himself looks pretty good. He looks metallic. He may be fragile, like you said, but the fact that they made him to be able to be posable is actually pretty cool on Hot Toys' part. Other than agree. That, I think it looks great. And I did want to point out before we move on, because there is 42 now, so there's people coming in here. We're giving away, or at least I'm giving away. I'm going to ship this out to one of you, whoever decides to win it. We butchered it last week, but this time we're going to do it now on live chat. If you want to have this shipped to you, it's a Lego UPS truck. Just comment UPS. That's it. That's all you got to do in the live chat right now, and I'll put you in a spin wheel. Probably do it at the end. And then, if you're outside of the U.S., you'll have to pay for it. But if you're inside, I got you.
Pay for the shipping. Well, he's not going to make you pay for the UPS truck, but you pay for shipping. But yeah, so guys, there you go.
Outside of the U.S., if you're inside, you're good.
David
commented FedEx.
Do you come with the truck? I don't know, Jeremy. I mean, Chris, did you ever get the Lego, Chris? I don't think we did, guys. I don't think we worked it out. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but yes.
No, I was saying to who I forget. Who
all right, that was one specific person. I don't know. Maybe it was Eddie Rodriguez. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the generic bases. David says, "How can a billion people be wrong, Michael? What's the deal with Hot Toys and these generic bases? Make it right, dude." The nail in the coffin for the sand footprint bases when they include it with IG-11, who has square robotic feet. That really made me mad. So yeah, they need to chill with that. And Eric was saying he just think Cad Bane looks great. Yeah, I think he looks great, man. I think he looks really good. I think they did a great job. UPS boys, look at that. I love everybody popping in. But yes, guys, overall, not much else to say about Cad Bane. I think this next topic is what people are really excited to talk about, or maybe a little upset about, because of what's to come. When it loads, if it ever does load, you never know. And while it's loading, there we go. There's Spider-Man. I'm going to put up a poll, guys. We always got to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll on this one because I'm very curious. I got a question for you all. Let's see. Question is going to be, who is going for these Spider-Man 2 figures? Because I'm very curious. I know it's going to be rough. We're going to talk about how you're going to get them, when you can get them. But I'm going to put up a poll. Who's going for these Spider-Man 2? Let's put Spider-Man 2 without figures. Who's going for these Spider-Man 2 figures? There we go. The poll is up. It's either me or no thanks. So definitely vote in that poll. We're going to take a look at it towards the end. But guys, we're going to talk about these Spider-Man 2 figures. Let me pull this up. So you'll see it scrolling across the bottom, but I got the numbers for you guys that were listed on Sideshow. Of course, these numbers down the bottom, these are directly from Sideshow. I will also read out the overall worldwide numbers because these are limited releases. So guys, you can see here, I'm not going to read all of this. If you would like to pause the stream and read this, you can. But this advanced suit Peter Parker 2.0, because this was released previously with the first game. This is from the Spider-Man 2 video game. This is limited to 3,000 units worldwide. And as you could see, scrolling down at the bottom, this is limited to 1,000 pieces through Sideshow, and it is going live, July 21st at 9 a.m. PST. Now, they did not say this is going to be a lottery. So, guys, I do think this is going to be a free-for-all. So be prepared for that. I know some people were asking me, is this going to be a free-for-all? Yeah, I think this is going to be a free-for-all. I don't see a lottery with this one. With the lottery before, they did mention it. It was clear in writing. With this one, they did not mention that this was going to be a lottery. So I do think this is going to be an all-out war. So with that being said, be prepared. Be there right when it goes up, or you're going to miss out, because you guys know the website starts crashing. Everybody's going at it all the time.
Sideshow.com.
Yeah, so it's going to be rough, guys. And I know the last release was a little bit better, still pretty bad, but a little bit better in my opinion. But it's going to be rough, guys. It's tough because, there's only so many ways you could do it. The lottery, you have a very slim chance. The free-for-all, you have a very slim chance. So either way, it's going to be very difficult. But again, guys, those who are just coming in, those who will come in as this is scrolling across the bottom, these numbers down the bottom are for Sideshow only. I told you this one, the Advanced Suit 2.0, this is a 3,000 worldwide. Once we get to the Miles Morales upgraded suit, I will tell you what the numbers for that are worldwide as well. But we're going to take a look at the photos here, guys. To be honest with you, I was never very interested in most of these video game suits. None of them really appealed to me too much. Some of them were pretty nice, though. I do think this is a very cool looking suit. And obviously, it's not too different from our OG Spidey suit. It's just kind of the OG Spidey suit with a twist. But overall, I do think it's a great looking figure. What's really cool, obviously, is not only that he has the spider arms like the Iron Spider suit, but he also has some symbiote on his arm as well. So I hope that's a hint at that new Venom suit, that symbiote suit that we saw in the trailer. I'd be really excited to see that. And it looks like we have a super chat here from none other than the legendary Lane Kramer. Thank you, Lane. Very generous $2 donation from you. But Lane, you know, I love the way you put this. Hot the like button, everybody. So yes, we have 43 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, like the stream if you like what you see here, and also consider subscribing to the channel. I'd very much appreciate it.
It's
almost to 1,600.
It's 105 degrees here, so everything is hot. So we might as well have hot the light.
That is true. It was over 100 here today at some point. I was on the phone with Chris, and I'm like, dude, it says it's over 100 degrees in my car, so it's been very hot. But as always, yeah, and I'm definitely not telling you, but as always, guys,
Chris doesn't want to hear it. He's like,
right. But courtesy of Lane, guys. Speaking of hot, why don't we make it cold? Let's remember a colder time, and let's get another great message from our favorite UPS driver.
You got a super chat. Get a super chat.
A what?
A super chat.
Well, I told you, I'm about tired of this super this and super that. I'm about to put my super foot in here. Oh, hey there. Almost didn't see you again. My son must have been talking about them super chats. Well, Hot Toys Hotline and I just want to say thank you very much. And whether it's rain, sleeting, or snow, we'll make sure we get your hot toys to you.
I love it, dude. I love it. And thank you so much once again, Lane.
I can't lie that maybe there was my ulterior motives more than needed. Getting
you see what that
the
heat does
up.
To you?
Yeah, it melts your brain.
That is what the heat does to you. We have some people joining us. We have Kumar. Kumar says, hello, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you, Kumar. I hope you're doing well also. Thank you so much for being here. I see my boy 8-Bit Flea in the chat. What's up, 8-Bit? Great to have you here, man. Always awesome to see you in the chat. Who else? 12-inch Moose Stream is here. By the way, congrats to 12-inch Moose Stream. He got a conversion on that D100 Iron Man today, and he was successful. Sean as well.
Everybody got a conversion.
Yeah, so congrats to you guys that got a conversion on that. They must have just got a whole cancellation wave, and they put it all out at one time. So congrats on that. That's really awesome, guys. But yeah, guys, back to the Spider-Man. I think this is a really cool suit. But again, what has me excited here is this symbiote web coming out of his arm here. That gives me hope that they're maybe going to do the symbiote suit that we saw in the trailer. That's the one I'm hoping for. Again, I'm not huge on the game suits, but that one definitely does interest me. Still, though, guys, those of you who are interested in this one, I hope you're able to get it. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath, though. This will be the easier one to get because, again, you're going to have a chance at 1,000 of them through Sideshow. And the Batman recently, the WB100 Batman, that one was up for a little bit longer than the Wonder Woman. So I think this one will be
the Wonder
easier.
Woman was just
gone like nothing, you know. But I think you'll have a bit of a chance with this one. But I will say, guys, this one looks awesome. Love those wings there. Always love to see accessories like that. I will say this one definitely does show those creases a lot in the suit, so be very careful with it. You don't want to damage your suit. But overall, I think this looks really cool, guys. It just sucks that it's so limited. But the good thing is this one has been released already in that 1.0 version. So if you miss out on this one, you still have a chance of getting that one, probably for a better price now once this one is fully released throughout the world. So definitely a really cool figure. I know the game suits are definitely going to be hit or miss for some people. Let's see, let me scroll up. 8-Bit Flea said, I'll take the movie suits over the game suits. And that's kind of how I feel. But Hot Toys has done some incredible stuff for the video games, and this is definitely no exception. This looks absolutely fantastic.
If you thought you were getting a break on Spider-Man, sorry.
Never. There's never going to be a break on Boba Fett, never a break on Iron Man, never a break on Spider-Man. That's the bread and butter. So definitely not. But Sean, I don't know if you're here. Sean, you're muted. If you don't unmute in a second here, we'll move on to Lane. We'll move on to Lane because I think Sean's doing something. Lane and me, guys, I don't know if I'm going to be going for this one. It really depends on where I'm at the time. We'll see what happens. But Lane
and
pricing. Yeah, we don't know pricing yet. I know we do in Hong Kong, but I don't know the pricing in the US yet. Obviously, because they aren't up yet.
Translated.
Something like that. It's going to be expensive, and maybe you won't be able to use your rewards either because that's what they typically do with a lot of this stuff.
Can you imagine this could be more than the Iron Man?
Like I hope not. I hope not. Then we're getting into dangerous territory, Lane.
Yeah.
Lane, really, just curious if you're interested in getting this one at all. And
I'll say with the Iron Spider legs and stuff, I look at that and I'm like kind of, ooh, I might like to own that. But I'm kind of afraid. I see this guy being up there with like the what do you call it? The Toby Spider-Man with the Sandman diorama or all the diorama ones and stuff, even though it doesn't have a big diorama. I know it's got a regular base, but it's going to have the big legs.
Right.
I'm worried this guy's going to be like 420, 415, 425, something like that. And that's way more than I would spend on this thing. I don't have enough attachment. But like, I admit the one thing I would get from the game would be if they do a Venom.
Right.
Like, that would be the main thing. That's
what a lot of people are waiting for.
Yeah, I want the Venom. Because to have more comic accurate, even though I just, spent $400 or $400 on the movie Venom. I think this is a great, it's not an iconic suit like, some of the classic common ones to me, but this might be for an entire generation of people. 10 years from now, one of the more iconic suits because it was for the video games, like the original main suit.
And Lane, we know the video game figures, some of them, they fetch a lot of money. Some of those old Arkham figures are worth a lot.
Yeah.
Some of the Star Wars, the Snow Troopers, those are like some of the most expensive
figures
in the Star Wars line.
Yeah, the Battlefront, which no one played. Everybody yelled and screamed about not liking the first Battlefront game.
Right.
I like the webbing on here. I think this is just whoever was the concept guy who came up with this suit with the color combinations and everything, that guy needed to make sure he got paid extra because
it's very clean.
Yeah, this stands like you can tell it's Spider-Man, but it has enough uniqueness where it's like, hey, this is the video game, like the main video game Spider-Man. Even though there have been multiple games, and you can know this is PS4, PS5 one. I love the color combination. Obviously, as you pointed out, the legs. The legs to me are the thing for this. If they didn't have that, I would just be like, yeah, whatever. It's another Spider-Man. But with the legs and then those symbiote.
And how exciting is this? Finally, guys, we're tired of how many times did they reuse the old webbing? We got new webbing and it looks pretty cool. It looks very dynamic, something different. That's exciting because I was getting a little tired of them reusing the same webbing. Every time I open a Spider-Man figure, I'm like, oh, sweet. They all look the same because they all have the same webbing.
The one drawback I do see to this figure, though, is it makes the miles look really boring in comparison, which I know we'll talk about later. But like I look at those and I'd be like, even though like that one's supposed to be rare, I would get this one over that any day of the week because he's got just the stuff that comes with him. He's got the legs. He's got the symbiote suit, possibilities. Will we see a Peter? Could we see to me, this is cool. Like if Venom ends up for a while being not only the black suit, which we already know confirmed he is going to be in that at some point, but what if he is Venom for a while or something?
Yeah.
Actually becomes the host for the Venom symbiote, at least to begin with. Like this would be that would be a great progression where you can go from this figure to the black symbiote, maybe to Venom or something. And like that could be your setup there for the games and it would flow perfectly. It's a great suit. I just think it's going to be really expensive. And with all, like we were talking about all the stuff that's coming, this might be a hard one for some people. Or like you're more a movie focused one with No Way Home.
Yeah.
You might just go, dude, I kind of, even just for the numbers, you might want to get it. You think the suit's cool, but you've got this other stuff. Maybe No Way Home been delayed a little bit, but you're like, well, in 2 months though, I might have, No Way Home may have 4 figures in like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks just drop on your head that you would be like, oh, I don't have space or money for this, So
right. For sure. But yeah, and I agree. It's a great looking suit. And Matt says, I remember seeing Sony talking about how they wanted to make sure the Spotty can't talk, guys, stood out from all the other iterations to make it their own. And I think it's very unique. I love that it has that kind of classic Spidey look, but with a twist. And it very much, I like the name Advanced Suit for this one because it very much looks like an advanced version of that original suit. So I think it looks great. Again, it's been done before, but this is just kind of a grander, more limited version of this one. Again, 3,000 pieces worldwide. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And Sean, now that you're back, I'm curious if this one caught your eye at all. I know, limited to 1,000 pieces through Sideshow. Is this something you're going to be going for? Does it interest you at all?
I wouldn't go for it for me. I mean, I would try to get it just to help somebody out who really wants it, like within our community, but I don't want it. I'm not. Like, I like Spider-Man, but not
that much.
I don't like this kind of it. However, I do like the silver metallic look for the arms.
Yeah, that's nice. I'll pull up a picture of that actually now that you mention it.
So I like really that nice more than I do the gold for the Iron Spider. That looks pretty cool.
And I like the little claws on the end of each joint. I think that looks really like mean. It's very menacing looking. I like that.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the whole white drawn spider.
Really?
On them. I'm not. That just stands way too far out to me. I just don't like it that much.
Yeah, I think that's what I like. Me personally, that's what I like the most about it. It kind of reminds me of like the Venom suit. It's something different though. It's a very unique suit. So it's one of those suits I think you either like it or you don't. So
like one thing I do like about it though is like the Venom piece to it. If I could get that on the side, I might grab like a Spider-Man and have like my Venom's hand holding that together like it's trying to take him over. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, I don't really want it.
That's fair.
But I mean, other people, they're excited about it. I'm happy for them.
I think so. And it's a shame Owen couldn't come tonight because I know Owen was really excited for these. And Chris, you could share your thoughts on the advanced suit once we move on to you. But we also have Miles pulled up here. Curious to hear. I mean, share your thoughts on both, man. We're gonna have more of an open discussion now on the Miles as well. But what are your thoughts, man? And I have a feeling you probably have no interest in either one of these figures, so you may have little to say about it.
I don't, but this look for Spider-Man is my favorite one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool. I definitely think it's really cool looking.
So the black and the red, and how thin the red lines are, but yet they still stand out.
Yeah, and it's Miles.
Me, I really like that.
I
do like Miles Morales.
Yeah,
I just don't like the glossy parts on the black suit. Like if it was all one texture, maybe.
Yeah, like on the knees
that bugs
and
me a little bit.
Even here, it's a little metallic. I do think it's a great looking suit. Personally, I do really like this suit.
I like the other suit better.
Yeah, and Chris, this one's limited to 500 through Sideshow. That's very limited. This is going to be the hard one to get. And guys, again, scrolling at the bottom, it shows you what it's limited to through Sideshow, and also when it's going up. So this one is going up July 18th at 9 a.m. PST. If one of the moderators could, if you wouldn't mind putting the RSVP links in the chat to Sideshow, I would appreciate it. I completely forgot to pull those up. So if you guys have a chance, I would appreciate that. But yeah, Chris, it's interesting because I truly expected it to be the other way around. I thought the other one was going to be more limited than this one. So it's surprising to see Miles being limited to 500 versus 1,000 with the advanced.
Probably because of the movie too. I mean, it's the video game, but
right, they did just put out the new Miles from Across the Spider-Verse too.
Yeah, everybody's super. It's either Peter Parker or Miles. Like everybody's like super hyped on Miles and stuff. So, as far as the other one goes, it looks a little bit of a different suit to me for some reason. Like the texture now. You know me, I only got like my one Spider-Man, my favorite. I'm super biased towards like a more classic looking version of the suit. And if I ever was to get another suit, it'd probably be like Tom Holland's. If I was to go more techie, I like everything that comes with that red and blue suit there.
That's a great
especially the symbiote. That's a pretty cool option. And hopefully in future Spider-Man films somewhere, maybe we get a live action version of that.
Or Sony lets us have Venom.
But dude, it looks great. I think anybody who has these in the collection, it'll look great. I know personally, even though I don't collect them all like that, people who do have all these Spider-Man and they just have them all thrown around the collection, like they got a bunch of web heads, crawling all around their room, I think is really cool. So kudos to everybody who's going to go get these.
For sure. Yeah, and I think they look great. And real quick, guys, before we move on, I wanted to show a few photos here from MRC. Shout out to MRC once again, just killing it this week. Just some photos from Secret Base. You can see that gloss that Chris is talking about is a bit heavier in these photos. So it is more of a glossy suit. But again, I do think it looks really good. I love Miles. I'm glad to see that Miles is getting more representation in figure form. Really great to see, especially that we have more options across the board. Let's see. Yomo's here. By the way, what's up, Yomo? Yomo says these are cool, but I already have too many other Spider-Man figures I want to get. Yeah, I mean, you have all of those movie suits currently on pre-order, especially from No Way Home. So it's like, I think a lot of people are probably going to go for the movie suits over the games. It's just an assumption, but I think a lot of people are probably prefer that. So, but Matt also did put those links in the chat. So thank you so much, Matt. Guys, if you want to RSVP, just for a reminder, although don't rely on that reminder, set a clock, set an alarm on your clock for these announcements, because those reminders always come in late. Even if you have the text reminders, I know they're late for some people, but thank you so much, Matt, for dropping those links. But yeah, some great shots here from Secret Base. Just real quick, we'll scroll through them. Thank you so much, as always, MRC, for putting in the groundwork. That spider bot looks really good, man. I think I may prefer that over my Avengers Campus web Spider-Man.
Funny thing is that the current Spider-Man comic run, the Spider-Man suit actually has a similar bot to that right now that he uses. Yeah. But he also has a glider like the Green Goblin that he uses, which is weird because Norman Osborn made it for him. They're buddies. Like what?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, huh? By the way, the collector is here. What's up, man? Guys, next. I know a lot of people, including myself, are like, what's going on with Summer Showcase? Let me get this off the screen. Let me get this banner off the screen. What's going on with Summer Showcase? Well, here we are. And actually, I didn't make a banner for this. But Lane, I know a lot of us are very confused because typically we get those Toy Fair announcements the first week of July. So at this point, we're at July 13th. The current day is today. So it's very confusing. Hot Toys is very much operating very differently this year. Very hard to predict, as we found out, especially after May 4th.
I think they're gonna start doing this stuff next week with SideshowCon. I think because both companies have been feeling it from the pandemic and with everything else that's going on. A lot of been discussion for like some of the statue companies, because there are so many of them that have popped up over the last 10 years, are feeling the pinch. So I would not be surprised because of like Sideshow and Hot Toys maybe are trying to work in conjunction a little bit more with each other.
Very much
to get announcements. Because let's just be honest, outside of their home territory, Sideshow is the most important distribution partner for Hot Toys.
For sure.
So I think both companies may have been hurt, and so they're like really trying to work. I mean, the simplest thing, and maybe Sean and you guys can talk about with this too, is just that we've had rare occasions where Hot Toys figures have been released, or even earlier, like, hey, we're getting this item and Hot Toys is going to be coming, and get ready, and then it gets announced in Hong Kong. But we're getting like on a regular basis this year released in Hong Kong, and not all of them. There have been some delay, like Captain America and some of the other ones. Not all of the figures, but a majority we've been getting since Chinese New Year. We got past that, the huge lull that's usually there since the spring.
Right.
They've been within a week or two, at least a certain number of them to people. So I just think this is an indication, maybe. Now, this could be totally wrong, but I would not be surprised if that week, maybe we're going into the weekend towards the latter half with SideshowCon next week, that we start seeing Summer Showcase stuff, or in some form or fashion, some cross promotion of both, so that they're hitting both territories for like, look at this shiny thing, look at this shiny thing, look at this shiny thing.
I would hope so. Coming. It's funny because a lot of people in Hong Kong, a lot of my friends in Hong Kong have been telling me that they think it's just going to be all one blast during this this event
like
here.
15 figures, and here you go. We need you to go.
Right. I mean, would you be surprised if they shotgun us just like they're shotgunning these releases?
No.
I wouldn't.
Here's one thing also I'll ask for you guys in chat. I thought of a question. This will be before we wrap up tonight. So all chat, this is for you guys too. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Connor, but I just
no, it's okay.
That's something related to this because I want everybody to think about, and this could be just kind of anything. Now, maybe keeping release what we've had recently or stuff. What would be the one item that it would be a crazy item or hot toy or whatever? Connor, there's a specific one I'm waiting to see if you say it. What if they come out and announce a crazy 6-scale item?
We could do that question right now. Let's do that question right now because I like that question, Lane. And I have my answer for that.
Okay. You
could start, though. You start. But real quick, Jeremy, how
What?
Dare you? We don't want a Neon Tech 12.0 battle damage.
One item, and put it in the chat here, guys. What you like, what you might just create.
One wish list item. We're having fun.
Because they're being so strange and so different than normal that, I mean, I would figure it's going to be sort of what we've had, but we have RoboCop coming out of the blue last year as an example. So here, my one's going to be, and this is one that I know would be, I'm hoping I'm not stealing yours.
Hopefully not.
Batmobile from the Batman.
God damn it, Lane. Hey, by the way, Lane, while we're on that is what I was going to say. So I'm going to switch mine. But shout out to Jordan Skinner, Matt, Payton. I know you guys have been talking about that 2022 Batmobile, but that was going to be mine. You guys,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's all right. I mean, Lane, I'm happy you said that because that is what I want. You guys, we saw the prototype recently, Lane. Yeah. We saw the prototype.
That's why I was thinking about it. Like, I would want them to do that for you because, as you know, that's not my favorite Batmobile.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love it, man.
But like, if they were to do something great, like just like, whoa, wait, what? And then they're going to have the Batman figure and stuff like that maybe come out shortly thereafter.
The timing could be there.
Yeah, and they're going to have the Bat Cycle. If you're into that they love to stack all this Batman stuff at the same time. They do like to do that a lot. So I wouldn't be shocked if they said, here's the Batmobile 2 weeks later, like first week of August. Here's the Batman. It's out.
Yeah.
The patents of Batman. And then like a week later, the Bat Cycle's out now too. And we're like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's address some comments though, Lane, because there's a lot of comments flooding in here. And then everybody else, we can kind of talk about this as well. Carlito says, after May the 4th, are you all excited for what they have planned for summer showcase announcements, or are your expectations tempered? Yeah, so obviously, guys, we know that, I expected a little bit more for May the 4th. A lot of us did. But with that being said, it's hard for me to think that Hot Toys is going to do it a second time. They're not going to do us dirty again, are they? I don't think so. I'm really hopeful that we're going to get a decent amount of stuff. But you never know. You never know. And also, Omniballs had a question. He says, and Lane, short answer for this one. Don't go crazy. Are statue companies still not offering swap outs or going to that trend? I could see Hot Toys making some changes or moving to this strategy of using the limited number game more. Not sure what he means by swap outs. You may know because you're more of a statue collector.
Well, I think he's talking about like Sideshow, like a lot of times would have swap out head sculpt, EX version.
Oh, like exclusive options.
Where they haven't had that for some of their statues. All I would say to that is that they have, I mean, if you go to Prime One, use their deluxe is like a ton of swap outs. So
yeah,
I think there's still, it depends on the company. Maybe Sideshow's trying to not, but some people don't think they're putting out as much as statues anymore, although we've had some. And to the second half is, I mean, I think companies, whether 6 scale or whatever, or statue, I think they're just trying to figure out their balance right now for ES. Most statue companies are going to have lower ESs for, I mean, I'll just use an example for what was a small ES. Prime One had a specific type of Joker coming, 3rd scale statue. When it was announced, it had a 300.
So yeah, for those that don't know, ES is edition size, correct?
Size. Yeah, statues are normally.
For those that don't know, I'm not in the statue game. I assume that's what it was, but yes, ES is edition size, guys.
Yeah, obviously Sideshow. We've seen like that Darth Vader 5th scale. You know, the battle damage one that was like 7,000, and everybody was like, "Well, they're going to be selling these for the next 5 years on discount." But there are some statues I know, like Prime One had a Green Lantern DC character one. They had 2 of them announced. Originally were like 300 or something, and they got cut to 100 because nobody would pre-order.
So and just I want to keep it short because we have a lot of people throwing in their answers, and panel's got to do theirs. But I don't think Sideshow's ever gonna or Hot Toys is ever gonna do edition, like actual numbered stuff. I know numbered stuff is what everybody wants. That's very difficult to do. I do know of a 6 scale company that's kind of interested in it. I won't say who. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but you never know.
The President Loki.
You never know. Yeah, the President Loki. I don't know if those were individually numbered though. Were they, Lane? I haven't seen. I'm not sure.
I think they were.
Actually. I'm not sure. I'm not. If someone has that limited version with all the stickers and everything, definitely let us know. Let's go through some of the chats. Suggestions. Omniball said Professor X or some X-Men would be cool. Hey, you're definitely going to get your Wolverine wish eventually. We've been seeing all those leaks from the new Deadpool 3 film. So Matt says the Batman Batmobile. Yes, sir. Yeah, can't wait, man. I really hope that ends up happening. Of course, Jazz Inc. is releasing theirs as well. That one's just out of my price range personally, but it's awesome that we do already have an option on the board. KTHW says, I just snagged Jazz Inc.'s 95 Batmobile. Awesome. I love the 95 Batmobile. I'm starting to clutch my wallet for sure now. Yes, you should. Tom Daly says, Cassian Andor. Tom, I'm right there with you, man. I'm really upset that we didn't get any Andor stuff yet. I do think we will get it eventually, but they're being real quiet with that Andor stuff. Ripper says, Revenge of the Sith, Sidious, or Grievous. Yes, I think we're all right there with you, dude. I would love to see that. The timing with the Revenge of the Sith stuff, I don't know. They may wait for that 20th anniversary, but any Revenge of the Sith stuff, that's
I don't trust any anniversary stuff anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, we're still waiting on some more Return of the Jedi stuff. It's going to come eventually. Daniel, what's up, Daniel? Daniel says 1/6 pod racer with Anakin. Dude, that would be sweet. Hey, they could also throw in a Sebulba. That'd be really cool. Don't know if that'll ever happen, but hey, dude, Daniel, I'd be right there with you to pick that up for sure. Smoke him if you got him says, I think Mando hype is way down. Yeah, I think after season 3, I like season 3, but there was a lot of people that had a kind of a sour taste in their mouth after season 3. So for sure, I think the Mando hype has died down for sure. Mike speaking facts here, especially after that Clone Wars Sidious. Savaggio press, but I'd want the Batman Batmobile, of course. Of course you want the Batman Batmobile. Yeah, Savaggio press would make so much sense. We got the Clone Wars Mall. We got the Darth Sidious on pre-order. Come on, Hot Toys. Give us the Savage, please. How badass would the Savage be? He's such a big, hulking, tall character, muscular character. He would look so good. And
he's voiced by the Kurgan. What more do you need?
Dude, what more do you need? Collector Joey. What's up, Collector Joey? I hope you're doing well, man. Great to see you here. Guys, check out Collector Joey. Great channel over there. Let's see. Who else we got? Sorry, guys, I'm breezing through these comments. BMW Lover, he says, I want a What If Iron Man or Supreme Strange. Dude, I'm definitely with you on the Supreme Strange. Doctor Strange is my favorite Avenger, so anything Doctor Strange I would love to see. Let's see. Matt says an Anakin would be interesting with him possibly being in the upcoming Ahsoka show. You never know, man. You never know. More Anakin, the better. That's what I say. Cool. What's up, Cool? Cool says Hudson and Hicks Aliens 2-pack. Dude, anything from Aliens and Carlito.
Take my money, man.
Carlito just spitting facts. That Aliens power loader with a Ripley 2.0. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 8-Bit Fleet. I'm trying to reserve myself. I got a little too excited about May the 4th. Got a little too excited. But yes, you never know. You never know. But I do think that Showcase, they got to do something. Yeah, at least 5 figures, right? At least 5. Come on now, Hot Toys. Don't do us dirty again.
I think I can think of one that no one's thought of. That would
go ahead, Sean. What's yours, man?
Everyone out. A 1/6 scale Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor.
Ooh.
I mean, that would be really cool. I mean, I don't know if I see that on their radar, but it would be really cool. It would, and
that would just surprise everyone.
I think 3.
All right, hold up, Chris. Hold up. Let me do my one. You got 3. You know what? Actually, Chris, I'm gonna do this. You do your 3.
You said your one was the Batmobile, bro.
Well,
no, I said I'm gonna give another one since Lane did. But go ahead, Chris.
Okay.
You do your 3. I'll come up with something else.
My top right now would have been, just to complete, would have been episode 1, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ooh, that would be nice.
I would take a Watto or even a Jar Jar. Those are kind of like thrown way out there, but really, realistically, like, I'd love to see episode 1 Obi. I know we got Sideshow, but like, it's outdated. Come on.
Yeah.
And overpriced on the secondary. So.
Yeah.
And they've done 50 other Obi-Wan from different points in his life. What's
Dude, every single version of them except that one. I mean, it's literally out of the trick. Qui-Gon, Darth Maul.
I mean, and the episode 2 Obi-Wan seemed like a very obvious one to me as well. We got the Padme and the Anakin. So
that too.
Sean, I know you said you had more.
Yeah.
You did all yours right, Chris? Or do you have anything else? Do you have anything additional?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're good. Sean, what were the rest of yours? Since we're throwing them out now, might as well. We're having fun with this, guys. Of course, grain of salt. This is all just for fun. I'm not even calling this predictions. This is just for fun. This is totally for fun. So Lane gave us a fun question. We're running with it. But Sean, what else would you like to see?
Keller and Beck. On.
Oh, there's more. There's more to it.
A 1/4 scale clone trooper. Because they can just reprint them and they'll sell.
Scale it up. Yeah, they could scale it up. I mean, I wouldn't, me personally, I don't do quarter scale, but that would be really cool. It would be cool to see a clone. I mean, even a quarter scale stormtrooper, dude. How cool would that be?
They teased that years ago.
Yeah. Didn't they tease a quarter scale Kylo Ren as well? I think they did. I think they teased a quarter scale Kylo Ren at one point.
I don't remember.
I think they did. I could be wrong, but I think they did.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we're still waiting on 1/6 scale TIE Fighter and TIE Interceptor.
Yeah, I think we'll be waiting a long time for that, Sean. Hayden says Nick Cage Superman. Dude, I'd buy that. I'm sorry. I love Nick Cage. I'd buy that.
As long as it's not the CGI version of it. Jeez.
CGI special, baby. Jordan Skinner said 2.0 Christopher Reeve Superman, release the 2022 Batman, please. See, I told you Jordan Skinner's right there with the Batman.
Hashtag justice for 2022 Batmobile.
I know. KTH, great suggestion. Asajj Ventress. That's a big hole in my Clone Wars collection for sure.
Do a 2-pack of her and Quinlan Voss.
Yes, Quinlan Voss would be dope, dude. That would be really cool. Luther with the removable wig. I like that. Daniel, why you got to bring up Bespin Hand, man? We're all dying for that.
Our closest chance was Endor Hand. Like, that was the closest chance.
Yeah.
What time will tell.
Yeah, I guess so. Tom says Hawkeye from the show. Yeah, Tom, I'm upset about that one too. I just got my I was about to say Penguin 2.0. Got my Kingpin 2.0. We'll be doing a review on that for you guys. But I had to get that because I'm like, we didn't get our Hawkeye. Somebody's going to go with Kate Bishop. So I picked that up. Moving on to me, guys.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Lane. Go ahead, Lane.
You've been
go ahead.
patient.
Since you already started. Go ahead, and I'll do mine.
I didn't realize we would send multiple.
Chris started it, dude. He started it, so we might as well roll it.
I would, guys, to go with whenever they finally put it up, the Dial of Destiny. I'd like to see him do a mini line announce a Raiders of the Lost Ark indie or
the
Last Crusade,
or
just whatever. Indiana Jones, Raiders, or Last Crusade, or whatever. One of the younger Indiana Jones. I'd love to see him do one of those. And to go with it, I would love to see maybe a Marion to go with it if it's Raiders. Or just to try and put it out a little bit. Or if we could just get, I forget the name of the evil German guy, but Melty Face German that we got from Raiders.
Dude, and Sideshow did a version of that years ago.
Yeah, but
that's like the coolest making of. I think they used wax and they melted the wax. Yeah. It's so cool.
Yeah. I guess so young Indy or Marion from original trilogy Indy. It doesn't matter.
Oh, of course.
You could just say Indiana Jones Saga, or something on the box, the license. I'd like to see maybe them. Obviously, a Indy senior Sean Connery, but I would find that almost probably zero chance. But,
yeah, and they haven't been licensing out his likeness a lot, since he's been unfortunately passed away for a long time.
And I'll just say I'm going to go along with my other one would be tagging into everybody or mentioning some of the Terminators, because we just had that Prime one, like amazing looking 3rd scale endoskeleton.
Dude, a lot of great looking stuff.
Yeah, I want a 6 scale endo, or it could be a 6 scale, or I don't care if they do a 1/4 scale endoskeleton. It doesn't matter which one. It can be Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It had to be Terminator Genesis or whatever. Doesn't matter.
We don't talk about Genesis.
Yeah. Just Terminator endoskeleton with blasters, and give me that. That is a new one of those updated.
I'm right there with you, Lane.
I would buy that in a set. I don't even need to buy any, because I can buy that guy and I can just have the endoskeleton and I'm happy. Or if I try to go back or do whatever for the other older Arnolds, but that one would be the one I would like, the endoskeleton.
Yeah. That'd be really cool. And 8-Bit says Indiana Jones got disappeared, so I don't think we'll see Han. You got to remember, this is, Indy's already up in Hong Kong. He has been ever since he got announced. It's going to make it to the U.S. eventually. It's obviously some sort of weird licensing thing.
Remember Amazing Spider-Man. It took a while, but
and Buzz Lightyear 2.0. That's what we're going to call this, Buzz Lightyear 2.0. Misfit Wolf, dude, I'm a big E.T. fan, so to see you say this definitely makes me really excited. And this is the anniversary this year of E.T., the 40th anniversary, so you never know, dude. I would love to see that. Guys, my first
anything
one.
Disney.
Anything Disney, too. Yeah, I mean,
I've talked about that so much.
They're doing all these cost babies. Like, come on, give me some 6-scale Disney stuff. I just started collecting.
Especially with all the action stuff that's been out.
Dude, what if they actually did a 6-scale or something like that, actual line of Toy Story?
Oh, dude, I'd lose
like
my
an
mind.
Actual thing.
I'd lose my mind. I mean, they would be really small, but it'd still be really cool. My eye itches, man.
Yeah, no, or just in some form or fashion they did them.
Yeah, that would be really cool. It seems like a lot of people are agreeing with the 6-scale Terminator stuff.
Then you need Andy. You need Andy with his and the accessories.
And Sid, we need them all, dude. Daniel said they've already made the 1/4 scale. Yeah, they did make the endoskeleton. They should make a 1/6 scale endo based off of T2 feature set. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Agreed, dude. Because I'm missing an endoskeleton.
Oh, dude, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
I need that.
My next one, guys, and this is gonna make a lot of people happy. Guys, I haven't forgotten about the feral predator from Prey. I would absolutely love to see the feral predator. I think it's still very possible. A lot of the merchandising was very late for that film, so I don't think it's completely out of the question. I would love to see a feral predator. And even like I hate to say it, but if they did a classic Predator 3.0, Jungle Hunter Predator, like I'd take it, but the feral predator, I love that design. I love all of his kind of archaic weapons compared to the other Predator films. I would love to see it, and I really did enjoy that. And even if they gave us a Naru, that would be really cool as well. That's obviously wishful thinking, but I still think there's a possibility for a Prey figure somewhere. And I'm gonna make a lot of people upset with this one. Actually, maybe not, but I would love to see a prototype Boba Fett. I don't have the sideshow prototype Boba Fett in my collection. I'd love to see Hot Toys take a stab at it. That will complete my Boba Fett ensemble. Because I have the arena Fett, I have the animated Fett. I really want that prototype Boba Fett from Hot Toys. So Hot Toys, just give us the easy repaint, give it the beach towel cape, and I'll be really happy. So that's what I want. And finally, guys, for you RoboCop fans, I'm throwing up a haymaker. I would love to see some side characters from RoboCop, man. I mean, Ian and Kane. Like, can you imagine a Kane?
Dude, that would be so
amazing. Clarence Boddicker. Be a very easy figure for them to do. If they did a Clarence Boddicker, I would be very excited for that. I'm still trying to convince Mars Toys to do that. He's slowly ignoring me on that one, but I would love to see somebody take a stab at it. Lewis with the police gear to go with my Murphy. I would love to see Murphy. I'm a mess, dude. I would love to see it, man.
Don't worry, they can put you back together.
They fix everything. Yeah, I would love to see it. Another Dutch. That's a great one. Another Dutch. Chris, I think you had something.
Oh, I was just gonna say for the 20th of Revenge of the Sith, or even now if they decide to do it before, but or Revenge of the Sith Vader, and like a diorama of that table. Maybe you can take them apart or something. I don't know.
That would be cool. I don't know. They may be a little tapped out on Vader right now. Like I said,
you never tapped out on Vader.
I'm never tapped out on Vader. They may be. I don't know what they're thinking.
No, because if they can do Iron Man and Spider-Man and freaking Listerine.
Well, they've already got the Hayden sculpt, basically. Like that, they've already got a part of the thing of that. So it just.
I think right now everybody wants another dark side Anakin. I think that's what they want, which understandably so. And 8 fits with me on the white
time,
Boba.
call it Vader.
Yeah, that would be cool. Where it says at least it has to say Vader
on the plate. Yeah, right.
Dude, Walt Disney in a black and white. That would be a Walt Disney figure would be just. I'd lose my mind, man. Carlito says nobody expected Prey to be received as well as it was. Way better movie than I thought it would be. Yeah, I mean, Prey killed it, man. It was a great film. It was one of the better in the Predator franchise. I think they did a great job.
Speaking of Walt, what if they did a new George Lucas?
Dude, I've been debating.
I would love that in a director's
I've been debating
chair,
on a custom. Yeah, I've been debating. I mean, they did Stan Lee. It's not out of the question, but I mean, it kind of is because he's not. He doesn't own Star Wars, and But you never know.
What I mean, what if we could? No, I know the better thing. We had the.
They would probably do Kennedy before him now.
Yeah.
Silence you.
Silence. But
Sean would
hey, I'm not. I would
dude, what if we can? Because it would make it super easy for him to do a George Lucas and Stormtrooper disguise figure. You can just reuse one of.
I mean, they did that in the Black series. Molds. That is true. That is true. I do have the Black
that's
series.
That's my thought process. It could just be a head sculpt with him.
At least
Stormtrooper body,
Maloney or something.
Happy.
Redeem Darth Vader. Yeah, they could do that. But guys, we're gonna move on from our wishes and dreams here. But yeah, keep an eye out. You can see the 28th to the 31st of this month. We're gonna see some stuff.
Chrome Vader.
Yeah, we're gonna Chrome Vader. I mean, dude, don't put it past him.
Magenta Chrome Vader.
It's gonna have.
It's
gonna have the
Lady
neon
Vader.
tech.
Yeah, that would be
neon out next now. Expected release.
Y'all need to chill. Neon Tech Vader. Come on.
Hey, Neon Tech Vader. It'll have the orange lines from Mustafar.
Oh man. Oh man, this facial sculpt. I'm sorry.
Lane, don't you dare disrespect.
I actually don't care for that sculpt either. So I'm
and guys, we said this.
I don't
like
it either.
I don't hate this sculpt. It's not my favorite of the bunch, but I love this set. I really do love this set. Guys, this is the 66 Frank Gorshin Riddler 2-pack from Mars Toys, just put up for pre-order. It is live on 1/6 kit. Those of you who have pre-ordered or have tried to pre-order, you have to be signed in to find it. So if you haven't signed in and made an account, make sure you do that. It's also, of course, available from other places that sell third-party figures. This has me really excited. I do really love this sculpt here, this kind of goofy look on his face. This is very characteristic of the character. I think this is awesome. I didn't expect a 2-pack on this one until we saw that additional look for him, but I was glad that they did. I know not everybody's big on 2-packs. I just got my Dynamic Duo 2-pack today, and I got to say, it's really awesome. I'm really excited to fully unbox it and record it for you guys. So that makes me even more excited for more 66 Batman stuff. But this figure looks awesome. I should say these figures look awesome. I especially love that they did the little 1911 with the little lighter coming out of it. I think that's really clever. Overall, guys, this is such a cool set. I know Mars Toys has been really killing it with the 66 stuff. So to see them kind of go all out for this Riddler 2-pack really makes me happy. Makes me even more excited for the Jim Carrey Riddler, because we have the one on pre-order, and he announced that he was doing another Jim Carrey Riddler. So really excited to check this out. This one definitely makes me really happy. I think it looks fantastic. Tailoring looks good. Love the layering. I definitely love the suit with the question marks all over it the most. That's my favorite look for this iteration of the Riddler. But I'm really happy with it. And I do think here, it also, with this open mouth sculpt, again, I said this many times, it doesn't matter what the company is. A lot of times the open mouth sculpt is very hit or miss. I think it also depends on how you pose them. I think it works a little bit better here because of how they have them posed. I just realized I saw this on the screen. I think it works a little bit better because of how they have them posed here. It's kind of a more goofy, kind of a laughing pose. So it really also depends on how you pose them to make this sculpt work. Not my favorite of the three, but overall, yeah, like here, it looks a little weird, especially from the side. But overall, I think he looks great, guys. This iteration of the Riddler definitely has a special place in a lot of people's hearts. So I know a lot of people are picking this one up. This is probably one of the most pre-ordered items in recent history for them, because I'm sure a lot of people are excited about this one. Let's see. Mary Sullivan says, already pre-ordered this Riddler all in on 66. That's awesome. I'm a new 66 fan. I bought the Joker because I was very curious about it, because everybody was saying how great it was. And then that brought me to watching the 66 Batman. And it definitely drew me in very hard, because I'm a Batman fan at heart. Batman's my favorite DC character. And I really did fall in love with the 66 Batman. So this is definitely really exciting for me as a new fan, kind of like Chris. Chris is a newer Back to the Future fan. And when he watched it, he instantly fell in love, and he started getting the figures, and he's got the DeLorean in his collection. So
yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, it very much had that effect on me when I watched it for the first time. So this is definitely coming home. Really excited to check it out. Again, this is available through 1/6 kit, and I know Jeremy Casa from Plastic Hero Collectibles is doing pre-orders on this as well. So many options for pre-order for this one. You can see them utilizing this great 66 Joker figure. Definitely a really well put together scene there. And here we have the spandex suit version. Big topic of conversation right now. Some people were getting the loose undies, as they would call it, on their Dynamic 202 pack. So this one looks a little bit better. My set, you'll see it in my review, guys. Mine wasn't too bad. I guess it really depends on your personal experience. Mine wasn't too bad, and it looks pretty good here, in my opinion. I do think in some of the photos it did look a bit looser. So depending on your copy, your experience may vary. But again, guys, I think this set's awesome. I'm definitely picking it up. Really, anyone on the panel, is this something that interests you guys? I don't know if any of you have purchased anything from the Mars Toys 66 Batman line, but
no,
for me, I'm definitely
Lane's
invested
topic
in this.
interested me more.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, hey.
No, but I'm not interested. No Batman for me. No,
they're making it hard for me to say no. I'm interested.
Yeah, and they're going to keep putting it out, Sean. I know Mars is very much going all in. They showed us the 66 Catwoman as well, so that's definitely happening. A lot's coming out for this line. So,
but I have so much stuff from Hot Toys already ordered. Plus, like I have the 332nd helmet coming in too, and
yeah,
that's
it's the timing.
I have ordered. I can't go down to third party.
Yeah, they're reaching the point where you just kind of go. It's just also box space you already have planned for, and you start adding that stuff up. See, that looks better to me. That looks better with the mask on there.
And the Joker has his mask as well, so you could definitely make some really cool scenes with them. Yeah, but I agree, Sean. It is hard to say no, especially if you're a fan and they're going all in on this line. And Carlito asked, and I kind of mentioned this, did anyone, actually did not mention this, did anyone have issues with the Dynamic Duo Batman emblem placement on the suit? I have the set and I love it, but that's a sticking point for me, kind of disappointed. Mine, I will say the centering on mine is pretty good. If you look at the original designs for the characters, the original costumes, the logo is not completely centered. I feel like Hot Toys actually put it a little bit too high on theirs, but I will say on whether you have the Hot Toys one or the Mars Toys version, you can adjust the shirt a little bit. You can kind of pull the spandex up and down to kind of move it a little bit. I've noticed. So hopefully if yours isn't too off, you can adjust a little bit and make it work for you. Mike says problems with the clothing and the tailoring. They use different materials. I don't know about the sculptor paint though. Totally different tie and shirt. I think you're talking about the 66 Joker. I know there was some conversation about the second batch having issues. I haven't done any comparisons. I don't want to speak on that. I have a first batch Joker, so I can't speak on the second batch. I did see a post that Mars had made on the Facebook group about it because there was a lot of questions about it. So I can't really speak on that. I don't know exactly all of the issues. I haven't seen the photos comparing it. But my personal copy is from the first batch, so mine's pretty fantastic. So I can't speak on the second batch, but I know Mars Toys did comment and say, hey, we're going to try to do better. We recognize there's issues. And if you guys had some issues with the body and such, definitely reach out to Kit if you purchase from Kit, because I know he mentioned he's definitely willing and ready to take care of you on that in that regard. Let's see. Apifly says, I got my 66 Joker today. Hopefully it's not ass. Well, I hope you didn't have any serious issues with yours. I know, again, experience may vary. The first batch, again, I've been told is quite different from the second. So, again, I can't speak on it. I have not seen the photos comparing them. I've just heard recently from the post in Mars Toys about everything that's going on. Hopefully you guys get a decent copy. If not, again, if you purchase from Kit or any reputable retailer, definitely reach out for a body replacement, because I know Mars is willing to take care of it for you guys. So that's all I can say about that. But overall, yeah, I think this set looks great. Not much else to say about it. Again, pre-orders are live on 16Kit. Make sure you're logged in. If you haven't used that code yet, use code Hotline, $10 off. Save yourself some money. And yes, Boba said, bring on Riddler. And again, Catwoman too. Catwoman's right around the corner. I can't wait to see Catwoman as well. I'm also really hoping that Mars Toys does a Catwoman from the Batman. I would love to see that version of Catwoman as well, because I think she did a great job, Zoe Kravitz. So I'm all in on Batman, guys. I love Batman, love all the different Batman universes, so I'm all in on that. And Carlito got his from the first batch. Yeah, my first batch Joker is fantastic. I really was blown away. That was one of my first really good experiences with a third-party figure, because you guys know I'm pretty new to the third-party stuff. Only really the last 7 months or so, 6-7 months, I've been collecting third-party. But Mars Toys has got me hooked. He's doing great stuff, and he's pushing out stuff at a pretty impressive rate. So hopefully he keeps up with the production, but keeps announcing really good stuff at a fair pace, because he's putting out some really exciting stuff. Willy Wonka. We're also going to get Willy Wonka from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Just some really cool stuff, guys. And, you know, Mr. Freeze, he's working on both the robed version and the suit version of Mr. Freeze. My Arnie Mr. Freeze I've been begging for forever, so can't wait to see what else he does. Yeah, and also, KTH, you know, Mars Toys gave us both a Penguin single version and a 2-pack. And we got, technically, Mars Toys also gave us the Riddler, because the Conundrum Man by 6 Feet Lane Studios, which I have in my collection, is also by Mars Toys. It's a different name for the company, but it is also Mars Toys. So Mars Toys is killing it for the Batman stuff. So he's definitely got my money for sure. Before we move on to the final topic here, does anyone have any more things to say about the Mars Toys Riddler 2-pack before we move on? Chris, I know you were going to get a wheel together, so if you want to do that while we pull up this final figure, definitely get that wheel ready. But I'm going to show one more figure.
Ready.
It is ready. Cool. So, guys, very briefly, I want to show you this. This is more for me and for possibly other Resident Evil fans. Not going to spend much time at all on this. Just want to go through the photos really quick. If you guys play Resident Evil 4, I know the remake just recently came out. Just wanted to show you real quick. We got 2. I didn't think the other one looked that good, so I wanted to pull this one up. This is available in 16Kit, by the way. But we did get a Chainsaw Man from Resident Evil 4. So if you're a fan of Resident Evil 4, I think this is really cool. Definitely one of the more iconic characters from Resident Evil 4. So I thought this was really cool to see. So if you're interested in it, it's relatively inexpensive. I think this guy's like $140, $150 through 16Kit, and it is available for pre-order now. Again, make sure you log in, because a lot of the stuff you can't see unless you're logged in on 16Kit. And Boba says Joker has the dehydrator. Dude, the dehydrator is so cool. And Riddler has the different colored test tubes. Yeah, some really cool, well thought out accessories. And I think Mars, he's been pretty good about the accessories, giving us most of the stuff that we want, which is pretty awesome. And I love the idea of 3 head sculpts, 2-3 head sculpts every single time. That's incredible. Love to see it. So, but I think it's time, guys, to Chris, you got the wheel ready? You ready to give away this UPS truck?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to pull us all up together. And Chris, I don't know if you have a way of displaying it or if you just want to do it from
I could just do this.
All right, cool. So go ahead and roll it, guys. Again, this is for the UPS truck. Once again, reminder, if you're in the U.S., Chris is going to ship it for free for you. If you're not, if you're international, you will have to pay the shipping part. You won't have to pay for the UPS truck. But this is for the Lego UPS truck, courtesy of our favorite UPS driver here.
Looks like about 8 entries in here for tonight. So
cool. Good odds.
Not bad. Gonna hit spin. Did it go?
Spin. Let me pull Chris
there
up.
It goes.
Who's winning the UPS truck? Come on, baby. Cross your fingers. Cross
Jim
your
Bob
toes.
Brown Knob spins the wheel.
Who is the winner?
Yo,
I'm telling you, this man wins everything. Big Dog Pound. I know you're still here. Big Dog Pound. Let me see if I can add him. He's got to be still. He's still here. Of course he is. Winner, Big Dog Pound. Speak up. Claim your prize. Of course. Dude, this man's lucky. I mean, Lane, how many times has Big Dog Pound won the giveaways for the channel memberships? He's just a winner. He's just a winner. He's just a winner. Big Dog Pound.
He's as much a legend when it comes to the Big Dog Pound. You got to start like maybe putting some odds on stuff, man. Because
start betting. Do some sports betting. Bet on some horses. Get some scratch offs. Come on, Big Dog Pound.
That way you can buy more. You can buy more 6-scale figures. It's investing in your future.
Yeah, 8-Bit Flea next week is going to be 8-Bit Dog Pound. Very, very shortly. Yomo says, woo! Everybody's dropping the woo. Yes, Mary says, lucky dog. Lucky dog indeed. Dropping the woos. Big Dog Pound,
8-Bit Flea.
You receive when you give out love, and you're always dropping the love in the chat. So congrats, man. You're a winner. You're just a straight up winner. I never win anything, dude. But as always, Chris, thank you so much, man. Such a fun giveaway, and thank you to your boss. I think it was that gave it to you to give away. Very kind of him. Yep. So if Chris's boss is watching, I'm sure maybe you'll tell him about it and he'll watch. Thank you so much for that. It was really fun and definitely very characteristic of Chris down here. So a very fun giveaway prize. Thank you for contributing that to the channel. That was really cool. And once again, guys, I got a giveaway coming up courtesy of Ash Chase and Violet from Violet's Vibrant Coloring. My friend Violet is giving away a very cool prize. So we're going to decide how to give that away soon, and we're going to give it away. Also, guys, once again, join the Facebook group. It's popping, dude. I'm very happy with how the Facebook group's going. We're approaching that 400 member mark. So I'm going to be giving some stuff away in there. I know I've been slacking. I said I was going to give some stuff away. I'm going to be giving some stuff away. Don't you worry. So on top of the thing we're giving away, which I won't say yet, it is a figure, but it's not a 6-scale figure. Maybe a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger than 6-scale. We're going to be giving away some really cool stuff. Thank you so much, some guy, for dropping the link in the chat. Mike, I appreciate you sending me the photos. I did see your comment. We got to close out here because I do have something to do. But thank you so much for maybe next stream we'll talk about it. Maybe if we have some time, we'll bring it up. I appreciate you. But guys, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. A super fun stream. I had a great time tonight. Really, it's nothing more fun than hanging out with your friends and giving away some stuff. So congratulations once again, Big Dog Pound. Thank you, everybody, for entering. And I can't remember who commented on the video, but I do feel bad. I'm going to give you a gift card to the comic shop of your choice. So
I was saying the same thing because he was the only one. I was gonna try and find him afterwards and like give him a side show.
So yeah, we'll do a collaboration on that, Chris. We'll hit him up.
We did switch it.
Right, we switched it up, but it felt unfair because some people didn't get a chance to enter or they didn't. But don't worry. Whoever was that one person that commented, it's going to pay off. We're going to get you a gift card to somewhere. Yeah, maybe was it Joe P? Joe P, we're going to get you something, man. So reach out to me. I think you're in the Facebook group. If not, hit me up somewhere, and Chris and I will figure out something for you. We'll split a Sideshow gift card for you if you buy from Sideshow or wherever you buy from that has gift cards. So don't worry, we're gonna hook you up. But as always, guys, thank you so much to every single one of you for hanging out. Thank you so much to all of our fantastic moderators killing. And it was Joe P. So Joe P, you probably think to yourself, these assholes, they skipped out on me.
Oh, so bad.
But don't worry. It was in the back of my head. I'm like, let me save it till the end. And don't worry. I didn't forget about the poll. We're going to take a look at the poll. Joe P, we're going to get you something, man, because, we got to stick to our word. We said that you had to comment on the video and you did what you're supposed to. We just didn't get enough entries to make it fun. So I'm like, we're going to give Joe P something else. So Joe P, it paid off for sure. Guys, join the Hot Toys Hotline Facebook group. The Discord. Thank you, some guy, and everybody else for dropping the comments to all the different links. Of course, links in the description for everybody's channels as well. Before we say goodbye to everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat, let's drop the poll results here. 86% said no thanks on the Spider-Man 2 figure. So, guys, I don't know if that means you have a good chance because you never know. Some people might be buying it to scalp. That happens very often. But don't hate the player, hate the game, right? But 86% of people said, I'm not interested in those Spider-Man 2 video game figures. So not that surprising to me. I'm a little surprised it's that high, but what are you going to do? As always, Sean, the Hot Toys Nightmare, please check out his channel. Sean does great stuff. And the best thing about Sean's channel, it's very, he has a very raw aspect to his content, which is very appealing to a lot of people, not over edited, just a collector showing off his stuff. So Sean does great stuff over there. He's getting into shorts even more than he already was, posting great videos. So Sean, Thank you so much for being here. And guys, please check out the link to Sean's channel, not only in the description, but also in the comments. Thanks to our great moderators here. But thank you so much for being here, Sean, as always.
Thank you for recognizing my amateur hour moments. No,
it's, you know, and I feel like Lane would be the same way. He'd have a very raw channel. You know, it reminds me of Lane's unboxing. It's very raw, but there's an appeal to that, you know. 8-Bit says scalpers are standing by on the Sideshow site. I'm sure they're ready for it.
Hey, when did that happen? And by the way, when did people
Sean,
like a date.
I'll bring it up one more time. Sean, I had it at the bottom of the screen the whole time. There you go. Advanced Suit 2.0, July 21st, 9 a.m., guys. Miles Morales, 500 pieces, July 18th, 9 a.m.
Before we go, I want to comment just on the Miles because didn't get a chance to.
Sure.
I think
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip out on you.
No, it just that Miles to me is very boring. I know it's a more limited. It's like I'm like they had to make it the more limited of the two, maybe to try and sell them because there's almost no difference between that one and the original one. It comes with less stuff, I think, and you still got the 2020 suit, which frankly I think looks better.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Lane, there are a lot of options for sure for Miles. So, and it's surprising that it's more limited, but yeah, sorry I skipped out on you that there a little bit, but of course, as always, Chris, the Collecting Madness, the MVP for tonight, gave us a giveaway of a really cool item. Something that's like I don't think that's something that's easy to get. I think that's like specific for like UPS employees, right, Chris? I don't think that's like you can just go and buy it. Maybe if someone's reselling it. I don't know. I've never seen it.
Resell,
so it's definitely really cool.
I didn't even know they had them. So.
Definitely really cool. But guys, check out Chris's channel. Chris, I know you just put up a review of the Hot Toys DeLorean. Guys, I'm working on mine. Chris beat me to it. We had some scheduling issues. So Chris did his review. Haven't watched it yet because I told Chris, I'm like, I don't want to take any inspiration from your review. I want to do my own thing. So definitely check out his review. It's killing it over on his channel. And Chris, I don't know if we said it last stream, if maybe some of you weren't here. Chris did hit 700 subscribers. So congratulations once again, Chris, on that. Yeah, you got a UPS discount for that. But yeah, Chris, I don't know if you have anything planned. Actually, I do know. You did tell me about something today, so let the people know what you got coming up on the channel.
Got Papa Palps, Emperor Palpatine, if you can see him back there. He's already in the case, but just finishing that up. If it's not uploaded tomorrow, it'll definitely be this weekend. And then I do have Count Dooku coming to the channel as well.
Nice.
So that's what's coming up. And then maybe some other stuff. But in a few weeks here, I plan to do a collection tour. My first one, when I started the channel, had like a mixture of my brother's stuff, and it was different cases. This is completely mine, completely my setup, so it means a lot more. And yeah, thank you all for 700. Moving on towards 750. I think we're at like 720 now. So keeping it going. Sir. And thank you as always, Connor, for having me on. And appreciate the chat, dude. I love being here on Thursdays.
Absolutely. It's great to have you as always. And then, guys, before I get to my channel, of course, we have to thank Lane, the Midnight Collector, legendary Lane Kramer. Lane, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the great question. I think that was a great, fun discussion. Again, guys, before you go telling all your buddies, hey, the guys at Hot Toys Hotline told us some crazy stuff. That was just for fun. You know, don't get too excited. Yeah. Don't get too excited. Oh, and one more thing before I forget, guys. Quick little thing, rumor report. I forgot to drop this. Apo and the Heavy Bark Speeder are rumored for a double release. Grain of salt as always, guys. But I'm hoping not. Because I owe some money on those. I'm hoping not. Sean's like, dude, I got them paid off. Shut the hell up. But
is it tonight?
It was supposed to be tonight, yesterday or tonight. So, you know, you never know. It could not be true, guys. You never know. But I've had multiple people that I feel like are pretty reliable with information said that, yeah, it sounds like this is going to happen. So just a quick rumor.
So even if it's not this week, it might be next week, though. So even if it's
could be next week, yeah. But just, guys, keep those wallets ready. Don't buy anything crazy over the next couple of weeks if you pre-order those speeders and you owe money. I'm glad that I at least got a little bit of a heads up if it's going to happen, because then I can be like, okay.
Because remember, they were 510 guys before shipping and tax, and what, 615 or 620?
Stop reminding Connor, he can't handle it.
Right. Smoke him if you got him.
He's overwhelmed. Look at him
for months, so I guess I'm ready. Shaking? What are you talking about, dude?
You're sitting over there like this. Please don't release.
That's not happening. Mike says if all of your predictions don't come true, the torches come out. Yeah, it's true. You know, I guess I deserved it on the Return of the Jedi 40. This stuff.
Go ahead, Lane. Connor just like, man, doesn't want to have to try and figure out where he's going to put the vehicles. Since he's got,
I know, guys. I got the tumbler on the way. I got the DeLorean. I got to put in the spot.
He just like, oh my God, where the heck do I put all this stuff?
I'm drowning. I'm drowning, Tommy. If you guys know the reference, what movie is that from? If somebody gets that, I love you. How about that? If you get that, I love you. What movie? I'm drowning, Tommy. What movie is that from? But finally, guys, what I've got going on.
Isn't that with Tobey Maguire?
You're on the right train of thought.
Brothers. Was it Brothers?
So, someone wasn't quick enough. Chris beat you to it, guys. Yes. There you go. See, Chris knows it's Tobey Maguire. He knows it's Tobey Maguire. But guys, what I have going on the channel, call me Mr. Review. I've just been in this mood to review lately. And, I felt bad. I had a hiatus of like almost 2 months from videos on the channel. So guys, I'm pumping out the reviews. I got a review. Recently, I just put up TVA Loki. So if you haven't already, check out my review on TVA Loki. That's a fantastic figure. Love the head sculpt. One of my favorite head sculpts ever. That's how much I love that head sculpt. So check out that review. Also, before that, I did the Mask, Present Toys reissue of the Mask. The beautiful Scarlet Witch here that Lane and I have been drooling over ever since we got it. And then, guys, I told you, I got the Dynamic Duo in. I got the Kingpin 2.0, so expect reviews on those very soon. I know a lot of people are curious to hear about those. Kingpin 2.0, 300 pieces for a third-party figure. Very interesting. Don't you worry, guys. I will be doing a review on it. I have some choice words about it. I think it's a good-looking figure, but some choice words. But don't you worry. I'll do a review, put it up very soon. And then DeLorean, guys, and don't worry, In-Art Jokers, those are still happening. I'm waiting on a replacement part. And of course, I will mention in the review what the replacement part is, but I'm waiting on a replacement part. I want to have a fair review. I want to have all the stuff in front of me. So I am waiting on a replacement part. So, but that's all we got for you guys. As always, guys, thank you so much, everybody, for being here, for being huge supporters of us, hanging out with us. Such a fantastic stream. I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Obviously, it's Thursday going into Friday, almost the weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Oh, and Jordan, yes, don't worry. I am doing Jack Sparrow. Completely forgot about the DX15, guys. I am doing the DX15. Epiflee says I have 15 boxes sitting in my room. Dude, I'm getting my boxes down. I got to make content of basically everything that I get, so I'm slowly going through them. But I've got through most of them, so don't you worry. I got a lot of stuff coming.
It'll be a day long remembered. The day you almost caught Hot Toys Hotline.
And on that note, we are out of here, guys. Thank you so much once again for being here. Thank you, each and every one of you, for hanging out with us. Have a wonderful weekend. Keep an eye on all of our channels for some great content, and we will see you next time.